how to deal with rude and angry customers. Hey guys, welcome to Making Dough Show channel. In this show, we talk about making dough in the restaurant business. My name is Hingam, and we own a few restaurants here in the San Antonio area. And I want to take you again a little bit behind the scene as I'm recording a training for our team and how to deal with angry and rude customers. One out of every few hundred customers are not nice at times, and this is a matter of time. Again, the time to equip the team is before we need them to be in a situation. So when they're in the situation, they know how to handle it. Now, when it comes to handling customers and rude customers, you can go on. There are different ways of doing things, of course, and in my opinion, one may not be right over the other one. It goes back into your company culture, your philosophy, your values, and how you want to handle a situation. Again, some people may say, no matter what happened with a customer, I got my staff's back, and nobody's, I don't want a customer to, if they raise their voice, blah blah blah, to my staff, they're disrespectful. And or getting the side of the customer, siding with the customer way more. To me, I have been personally the subject of a customer being rude and yelling at me and blah, blah, blah in the first few years in the restaurant business. And I tell you, we need the money. And when you do need the money as a business owner, I have to deal with it. I can't afford this customer going online and ruining our reputation. So if it's $20, $30, all I'm focused on to figure out what's the problem, how am I going to solve it, and remove this person out of here and bring about peace into the company and not escalate it. This has nothing to do with what's right and wrong. This is not about principles. This is not about, there are always going to be thieves, liars, crazy people in the world. And my job as the business owner is to figure out how to reduce the damage as much as possible, because I got my team's full thing in mind. And I can't afford to lose sales. I can't afford to cut hours of my staff or need to fire them if our reputation is damaged online. And so that matters a lot. Again, I'm a small business owner. That is my philosophy in our businesses. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm saying the following training is a simple reflection of that philosophy, that we lead with honor and respect. Even if somebody is cussing at me, I'm going to stay respectful and honorable because that's who I've chosen to be. No matter what are the circumstances, that's who I've decided to be. And so this goes back into, again, that's our philosophy. That's my philosophy with our business. So I hope you enjoy this training. And if you disagree with it or agree with it, I would love to hear your ideas. This is a free country and we love it. And be sure to comment down below, subscribe to the show to not miss any future shows. And with that, let's get into this training. Howdy guys, what's going on? Hangum here, and today we have a very quick training about how to handle rude and angry customers. It's going to be a matter of time at some point in your career and or in your life, when you're at a grocery store, when you're driving and somebody honks and they cut you off and things get out of hand, that you're going to have somebody lose control. They're going to lose control and they're not going to be poised. They lose their temper. If you have children, you're familiar with that behavior. It's a human condition that we lose control and lose our temper and act and turn into this other version of a human, that we know it's wrong to raise our voice. We know it's wrong to be disrespectful to a stranger or somebody we know. It doesn't matter, especially if somebody's younger, and a lot of our staff are young, of course. It doesn't matter, older, younger, it doesn't matter. We lose control, and that's the point of a human that lose control of the situation and their temper. Sometimes it happens to us ourselves. So we need to remember that this, first off, it's not normal. Someone has lost control over food. And it has nothing to do with what is going on. Anger is a reflection, actually, is the other side of a coin of fear. When you yourself get angry, remember what it comes from fear. And a lot of times it's fear of loss. So when a customer gets angry because they are afraid of losing money, that they feel robbed, that we made a promise, we didn't meet their expectation, they lost time if their food took too long, for instance. Some are afraid of embarrassment. Maybe something happened in the dining room and they feel embarrassed And that fear of embarrassment will lead to them acting and reacting angry and put it on you because they're afraid, because they feel embarrassed. So when you remember those things, that it has nothing to do with what comes out of their mouth, what they're behaving. This is not about that. And what all of us as humans always need, and this will be 100 years ago and 200 years from now, with social media, with technology, with everything in between, is the following. Everybody wants to feel appreciated. They want to feel valued. Everybody wants to feel that they matter. They want to feel heard. They want to feel assured. They want to feel respected. When you understand that and you take that with you, you understand what this person that I'm dealing with in front of me needs, whether that's a team member, that's my boss, that's a person who works for me, or a customer, it doesn't matter, or my family member, it's my child, it's my spouse, it doesn't matter. Everybody needs those things, including ourselves, of course. So when you understand that, everything else will be much easier. So step number one is forget about what they're saying. When a customer, when a person, when a human is angry, they have lost their mind. We do that ourselves. They're not thinking necessarily clearly. And we all have done that. Point is, do not bring logic to the table because it's out of hand. They're not thinking logically. It's about the fact that there wasn't enough black olives on their pizza and they're allowed and whatever. It is not about logic. This is not, well, what's the big deal? It was just a little bit of a black olives. It has nothing to do with logic. The second tip I have for you is this: decide who you are and who you are going to be. If you have decided, you know what, I'm a courteous person. A courteous person is not a courteous person when dealing with courteous people. If you have chosen, you know what, I'm going to be courteous. I am respectful. I'm an honorable person. I honor people. That means when situations that are demanding for you to act oppositely because the other person you're dealing with is incredibly rude and cussing in your face, you have decided, no matter what, I am not that which this person is. I'm a courteous person. You're going to hold your position. It's not about what we do and what we say. It's about a choice that we have made it as to who we are, that we are empathetic. I'm an empathetic person. I'm going to understand what's going on. I'm going to be apologetic. I'm going to be courteous no matter what. So who are you going to be, especially when it gets very tough? That's a decision you need to make with yourself, that no matter what, you're going to kill them with kindness. The next tip I have for you is that when it gets really hard and you really want to tell the truth and you cannot because there's no logic here. So arguing back and forth will not go anywhere. It's just going to waste your time further and it's going to frustrate the customer even more. Is that you need to stick to the script. The one who asks questions is the one who's controlling the conversation. If the customer is the one constantly asking you in the middle of it, well, how about this? Why did this happen? Happen? You have lost control of the conversation. So the first thing you're going to do, maybe you're frazzled because they're starting yelling at you. I understand. Again, I've been through, sadly, hundreds of these. You have to start asking questions. Sir, may I please get the phone number, or may I get your name on the order? May I have your phone number so I can locate the ticket? May I ask blah, blah, blah. Ask questions. May I ask, what was the challenge in here? There wasn't enough of this. All right, so here's what I can do for you, which is, again, is part of our script. You offer 2 to 3 options. Sir, I understand. Here's what I understand. I'm sorry. I will make this right. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. Those are the words and the scripts that you are just going to repeat over and over and over. And no matter if you want to say it, you don't want to say it, you stick to the script. The next step is giving the person options. Sir, this is what I can do for you. I can remake this for you. I'm happy to give you a refund, or I can do this. Think about 2 to 3 options you can provide to the customer. They're going to tell you what they want you to do. And you're like, all right, sir, and assure them, yes, sir, I'll take care of that for you. One of the things you observe is when the customer is being very rude, you need to go the other extreme. They're going to be extreme of rudeness. You're going to go to the other extreme of being very courteous. Yes, sir, ma'am, absolutely, please. A lot of thank yous, a lot of sorries. And then obviously when they raise their voice, you're going to lower your voice and stay calm. This is going to take practice. This is going to take getting cussed out a lot. And it's very unpleasant, but sadly, there is no other way to learn. Or again, a lot of role plays with another team member that you have, hey, let's do role play of this, that you are going to practice staying poised no matter what. And you are going to make a lot of mistakes. The first 10 times, you should not have lost control, and you may lose your control. And that is okay. This is part of learning. Don't beat yourself up. It's fine. We all have screwed up many, many, many times till we've tried to figure this out, and I'm still learning. Whatever conversation that you are having with the customer, be mindful of the words that come out of your mouth. Don't think that the customer's opening their mouth, they're cussing, they're doing this. That doesn't mean you can do the same. I know it's incredibly unpleasant. As a business owner, employees sometimes do all kinds of stuff. As a business owner, I cannot do that. The same thing as a child may open their mouth and do all kinds of stuff. A parent cannot act like a child. And that is part of maturing up. So just because a customer may act immaturely and out of control doesn't mean you can do the same. So be very careful of every single word that comes out of your mouth. And that's why I'm telling you, stick to the script and repeat the script. I understand, sir. This is what I can do for you. They may go all kind of, I get it, sir. I totally understand. I am so sorry about that, sir. This is what I can do for you at this time. Would you like to do this or this or this? And you just repeat the script over and over and over. Your objective is not right and wrong, but rather to solve this problem ASAP and move on to the rest of the customers we have right now to get back into the safe and the peaceful zone that we were before this guest. And again, this is a resume building opportunity for you. There's going to be at some point, someone's going to ask you, well, tell me about a time that you had to deal with a very angry customer or whatever, and how did you handle it? And there you have it. This is your resume building opportunity. As always, know that this is not our desire, and we're very sorry that you have to deal with customers like that. And I have to remind myself is that we process thousands of tickets in this company. We serve thousands of people, and what a privilege that is. Out of every 1,000, we're going to have 3 to 4 bad apples, but that is 0.000 some odd percent. Be mindful of that. Majority of our customers are incredibly nice, regular humans that we get to serve and all provides for all of our paychecks. So don't allow the one rude customer here and there to ruin who you have chosen to be, an honorable person who takes pleasure in serving others. And if something gets out of hand that you feel that you are not able to handle, that is okay. Put your ego aside and say, sir, I understand. I'm so sorry about that. Let me get someone else who can help you out here. Or let me get my manager on the phone you can speak with. And I'm happy to get on that phone call. Even if you're a manager and you're part of this and you should be handling it, if it's getting out of hand and you are not able to control yourself, that is totally fine. I understand it. Pass it up and we're happy to help you out. This, I remind myself every single day, serving is a privilege. And we have the privilege of serving you and this team and thousands of our customers. And we're here for it, the good and the bad and the ugly. There you have it, folks. This was an unpleasant situation because it's just really hard to think about, you're dealing with another person who's really mad and angry and they're cussing. Altogether, it's not a win for the guest. It's not a win for the team. And you are trying to really shorten this anger period, this situation. You're trying to resolve it as fast as you can. That's better for the team members involved, and that's better for the customer. And all in all, I know it is very hard. It never gets easy, but it has to get done. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, be sure to send us an email to makingdough@gmail.com, and I will read every single comment and every single email. And with that, it's time to get back to work and make some dough. Thank you. Bye-bye.